guys, 2020 Eagleman here with a quick tutorial on how to set up your AV receiver. Showcasing this is just going to be quick basics on how to set everything up. I'm not going to go into detail on how to do it, but just the quick basics of all the inputs and outputs and how to set it all up. So what I have here is the Denon AVR 1906. It's an older model. It's a 7.1 channel, and so it's not real fancy, it's real basic, so we're going to get to it right now. We're going to start off with this section over here. Right here we have the FM and AM radio inputs. This is for the FM radio, so I'm going to put that in first. What it is just a big antenna cable like this. You just put it in right there. It's a little bit sticky, but it slides right in. That's for the FM input. And for the AM input, just some quick clasps. This is for your radio reception. And you can just slide right in there. So there you go. You got your radio hooked up to your receiver. Real simple, nothing much to it. Now for the inputs on audio. On this whole side where the red and white are, that's all audio input. So now we're going to start. Grab my cables here. The first one up here, it says input. It's called CD. That's for your CD player, obviously. You want to match up red with red and white with white. There you go. So this end goes into input from your CD player. And the other end of the cable, this goes into your actual CD player where it says output. So the output of the CD player goes into the input. That goes for the same for all your inputs here. So that's going to go there for now. Just say it's a CD player. Next one down is the auxiliary. Now the auxiliary is generally for iPod or other things like that. The auxiliary is going to have generally a 3.5mm end to it. Again, match red with white into your input area. Then your output will be whatever you want. For instance, iPod, which is generally what I use. Now your next one is your DVD player. Now, DVD player is also video, obviously. And so it matches up to this side over here, which is your video input. Now, this side is just audio, so you just want to match up your audio for that. So red and white cables go there. Red goes in, white goes in. Now you don't want to mess with the video yet, but to just match up the syncing and everything. You're going to grab your video cable, which goes to your DVD player. Video is always yellow. And so right across from that, DVD, yellow, audio input. So that's matched up to your DVD. And then all three of these cables get synced up to the DVD player. These get put into your DVD player. The next one we have there is TV. This is for your TV, which is connected so it can output into your receiver to produce sound. So once again, you can do red and white. And you have to mess with your TV settings to make sure that the audio works. And once again, go across, make sure everything's connected right there. And then next we have VCR. Don't have a VCR on me, but it's just the same setup. VCR connected, yellow right there. Then CDR tape, VCR, CDR tape, all that stuff right there. Next over here is coaxial and digital, optical, all that stuff. I don't really use that just because it just seems too complicated for me, but from what I've learned, it's more clear, more high def, high resolution, and all that stuff. But I'm just not into what it is, so there's that. And we have more, this is all yellow stuff, it's all video. Now the important one here is the monitor out. See this gray area right here, it says monitor out in it. That's going to be output into your TV. So this is the important one. The yellow right there. And then the end of this gets connected to your TV. This goes into the TV. So you can see video from DVD player, VCR, anything that you have plugged in. So that's this section for now. This is all this area. Of course you got all the warnings and stuff. Now we're going to head over to the actual speaker area. So here we have the other side of the speaker. First look, you see more RCA inputs here. These are actually component video inputs, which is for mostly DVD, VCR stuff. That's just more advanced cable stuff that I don't want to deal with. This is your monitor out. Again, those three cables go into your TV. And then all these up here are your inputs from your DVD, your VCR, your TV, all that stuff. So there's that. And then up here is your preouts. So it's more RCA speaker output. So you can actually put speakers into these and they will output sound. The most important one here is the subwoofer output, which is right here. For that, it plugs into your subwoofer, so it works just like this cable. So you have your subwoofer in the center, which says pre-out. Red goes to red, white goes to white. And then the end of this goes into your line in on your subwoofer. And you'll have to mess with the settings on the receiver just to make sure the subwoofer is alright. And because this is 7.1, you have to check settings again and all that stuff. So now that we got all this way, I'm going to take this out real quick. We got all this out of the way, now we can focus on the actual speaker part. Now on the back of this speaker, zoom in on it, the back of this speaker are banana clips, banana plugs, and I actually use banana plugs to plug these in. Now, you can use speaker wire. What you can do is actually unloosen this. There we go. You actually take your normal speaker wire at the ends of it, and just stick it through the hole and tighten it up. Now I don't use that just because it just seems too obsolete for me. It just seems kind of disorganized. So I actually use what's called banana plugs. These type of plugs just plug into the back of your receiver. You put your speaker wire in it just like the back of this, but instead you actually plug them in. Just like that, and they stay in and they produce sound awesome. They sound great and they work awesome. So this is what we have for that. And then we have all red, we have all black. Red always goes with red. Red is always positive, black is always negative, just how it is. Make sure when you connect these to your speakers, red is red, black is with black, because it will mess up, then you'll definitely hear a difference when you put them in the wrong things. So then connecting these to the actual speakers, again you can use the bare wire like some do, or you can use the actual banana plugs. Either is fine, both work pretty great, but if you're using banana plugs, make sure that these are tightened all the way, and then just stick the banana plugs right in there. They'll sound fine. So here are the different types of speakers that I have that I'm going to be plugging into my receiver. Here we got normal 150 watt speakers, 3-way. We got a 2-way 90 watt speakers, and then we got a pair of 500 watt speakers over there. On the backs of these, you can see this is a banana plug input, where you can take your banana plugs and just put them in right here. Just stick them in like that. Well, stuck right in just like that, and they sound fine, work perfect. Or you got this type of input where it says positive, negative, and it's just these little clips. So what you do to put these in is you take your speaker wire, of course matching red with red, black with black. You notice on the speaker wire they have a white stripe on one of them, on one of the sides of the wire. I usually put the white stripe with the red. It's just how I am, and it just helps me remember that white is with red, so I don't mix them up. So when you put these in, all you do is just pull this down, stick the wire in, and then close it up. It should work just fine, and it's the same with these speakers over here. Just pull it down, stick the wire in, close it up. It should work fine, and it sounds great when you use it. Depending on the receiver, this receiver is 110 watt per channel, so it's 770 watts total. Depending on the wattage of your receiver and how you want it to be set up, the gauge of the wire that you want to use could depend. I think I'm using 16 gauge wire, and it just sounds awesome. I really don't know the sizes, but I know the bigger it is, the more clearer it sounds, but it's more expensive also, so depending on what you want, just go cheaper, but just remember the wattage to make sure that it sounds great, and that should work for your speakers and for your receiver. And then also, we have here up top on the AC outlets, I try not to use these just to stay safe. I usually just plug one thing in there, but yeah, you can put whatever you want in there and it works just fine. So this is pretty much all I have to say about how to set up your receiver. Just the basics of putting the stuff in here, and as for the settings of the receiver, that depends on what receiver you have, and of course it's just going to matter what speakers you have. Just don't go crazy with 1000 watt speakers, putting them into this 110 watt per channel speaker receiver. So again, it depends. Receiver, it depends on speakers, it depends on how you want everything set up, but generally this is what most receivers will have. This is a basic receiver, so general inputs, general outputs, general things. So if you have any questions, do not be afraid to ask me. Go ahead and comment below. I apologize if I did not cover most of the things on here. Pretty much did for most of the back part. Go ahead and ask questions. Feel free. Leave a like and comment. And as always, see you guys later.